Hello students, so in today's lecture we will see mutual exclusion in synchronization, and let's start what is mutual exclusion, and we will see this with the help of an example. So first of all, what is mutual exclusion? So during concurrent execution of processes, some process need to enter the critical section, and in the last class we have studied about the critical section. What is the critical section? It is the set of codes or the set of programs which are accessed when there is a need of any process to get execution. So the process need to enter the critical section at times of execution, and it might also happen that because of the execution of multiple process at once, the values stored in the critical section become inconsistent. So what the value becomes, जो जितना भी values होता है that becomes inconsistent which are stored in the critical section. And we can also say that in another words, the value depends on the sequence of execution of instructions. मतलब किस सीक्वेंस में और किस ऑर्डर में जितने भी इंस्ट्रक्शंस है वो फॉलो हो रहे हैं, दैट इज़ नोन एज रेस कंडीशन. वी हैव सीन दिस इन द लास्ट वीडियो. सो द प्राइमरी टास्क ऑफ प्रोसेस सिंक्रोनाइजेशन इज़ टू गेट रीड ऑफ दिस रेस कंडीशन वाइल एग्जीक्यूटिंग द क्रिटिकल सेक्शन. तो जब भी हम लोग क्रिटिकल सेक्शन एग्जीक्यूट करते हैं तो आवर मेन मोटो इज़ टू रिड्यूस द race condition or is to remove the race condition, and this primarily achieved through the process of mutual exclusion. So what is mutual exclusion? It is a process through which we get rid of the race condition while executing any critical section. So let's see with this with the help of an example. So mutual exclusion is a property of process synchronization which states that this is the main key point, or we can say that the main point of this mutual exclusion. So no two processes can exist in the critical section at any point of time. So that means किसी एक समय में दो process critical section में exist नहीं कर सकता. So the term was first coined by Dijkstra's. We have also studied this Dijkstra's algorithm. And any process synchronization technique being used must satisfy the property of mutual exclusion, without which it would not be possible to get rid of a race condition. And to understand mutual exclusion, let's take an example. So this is an example. First of all, what is there? This is a changing room. So this is a changing room inside in any mall. This is a changing room. You can say this. The changing room initially lies vacant. This is a board which states which gives the state of the changing room. And changing room initially lies vacant, allowing people to enter the room and use it. Okay, so there are two people. One is boy and another one is girl. So अभी ये दो people को क्या करना है? चेंजिंग रूम को यूज़ करना है. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल we can say that any of the two, either a boy or a girl, will go to the this changing room, and another will wait until the changing room is vacant. So now boy A decides upon some clothes to buy and heads to the changing room to try them out. Okay, so now while boy A is inside the changing room, there is an occupied sign on it. So this is an occupied sign. We have seen that in the last slide it was vacant, but in this slide it is occupied, and indicating that no one else can come in. So the girl B has to use the changing room too, and she has to wait till the boy A is done using the changing room. So since boy A is inside the changing room, and the sign on it prevents the other from entering. तो जब यहाँ पे ऑक्यूपाइड दिखेगा, कोई दूसरा यहाँ पे एंटर नहीं कर सकता. सो टिल देन दिस यूज़र, द सेकेंड यूज़र, दैट इज़ द गर्ल बी, she has to wait until and unless the boy A will leave the changing room. Okay, so once boy A comes out of the changing room, the sign on it changes. Again the sign is vacant, and now this girl who was waiting outside the changing room can access the changing room now. so indicating that another person can use it, and hence girl B proceeds to use the changing room while the sign displays occupied again. तो जब भी ये गर्ल एंटर करेगी चेंजिंग रूम, इट द साइन of the changing room again changes to occupied. So once boy A is done using the changing room, he vacates it, making the sign outside the room change. And similarly, the changing room is nothing but a critical section. So this is the note point, or we can say that this is the important point which we have to study, or this is the explanation of all the things which we have done now. So the changing room is nothing but the critical section, and boy A and B are two different processes. So this is process 1, this is process 2, and this is critical section, that is CS. Okay. So while the sign outside the changing room indicates the process synchronization mechanism being used. So this is the process synchronization mechanism. So यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है कि हम लोग देख सकते हैं किसी क्रिटिकल सेक्शन में एक बार में केवल एक ही प्रोसेस, दैट मीन्स आइदर P1 और P2, ये दोनों में से कोई एक प्रोसेस ही रह सकता है, एंड द सेकेंड वन हैज़ टू वेट until unless the first one will leave the critical section. So that's all for this video. We will see next types of mutual exclusion or the critical section problem in the upcoming videos. Thank you.